I'd like to call to order the council meeting for the 86th meeting of the 40th Council, March 9th, 2026. And first order of business is a moment of reflection. And I prepared a statement for this. Our community has experienced the tragedy that reminds us how fragile life can be and how deeply connected we all are. In times like these, words can feel small, yet our presence with one another matters. We remember those affected and hold their families, friends, and loved ones in our thoughts. We also want to express our gratitude to the police, the first responders, and all those who step forward to help during this difficult time. Their courage, care, and commitment to protecting our community do not go unnoticed. As we reflect, may we continue to support one another with kindness, compassion, and understanding as our community begins to heal. I just ask council to please join me in a moment of reflection. Thank you, everyone. We'll move on to approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Stimpson, seconded by Councillor Shine. Resolved that the agenda for the 86th meeting of the 40th Council be approved as presented. In favor? Also like to point out that Councillor Knowles and Councillor Lyons had a previous engagement and aren't with us at the meeting, the rest of the meeting. Next order of business is disclosure of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof. It can be declared now or anytime during the meeting. We'll go to minutes from previous meeting. Committee of the Whole meeting minutes, February 23rd. Moved by Councillor Shine, seconded by Councillor Stimpson. Resolved that the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held February 23rd, 2026 be received and filed. In favor? Carried. Next is the meeting minutes from February 23rd. Moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Lyons. Resolved that the minutes of the 85th meeting of the 40th Council held February 23rd, 2026 be adopted as written. In favor? Carried. And lastly, the in-camera meeting minutes from February 23rd. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that the minutes of the in-camera meeting held February 23rd, 2026 be adopted as written. In favor? Carried. Is there any matters arising out of those minutes anyone would like to discuss? Seeing none, we will move to finance bylaw number 22-26. Moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Lyons. Resolved that bylaw number 22-26, being a bylaw authorizing the Corporation of the Town of Atikokan to enter into a community support agreement with Hydro One Networks, Inc., to be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. In favor? Carried. Next is Public Works Annual Drinking Water Report. Moved by Councillor Lyons, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Whereas the Safe Drinking Water Act of 2002, SO 2002 C32, and Ontario Regulation 170-03 requires that the annual summary reports are prepared by the owners of the municipal water system, and whereas the Council of the Corporation of the Town of Atikokan has received the consolidated report from 2025 from Northern Waterworks, Inc., and finds it to be in accordance with the requirements of the legislation. Now therefore be it resolved that the 2025 annual report on the Atikoka drinking water system be received and filed, and further be it resolved that the report be made available to the general public at the Atikoka Municipal Office, the Atikoka Public Library, and the Town of Atikoka's website, and that it be advertised accordingly. In favor? Carried. Next is Fire and Property Bylaw number 19-26. Moved by Councillor Stimpson, seconded by Councillor Shine. Resolved that the bylaw number 19-26, repeal bylaw number 16-21, merger agreement for 131 and 133 Burn Street be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. Any discussion on that? In favor? Carried. Next up is Museum of Atikoka and meeting minutes from February. Councillor Shine.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. You have before you the meeting minutes of February 19th, 2026. Hopefully everyone got a chance to read them. I was not present at that meeting, so if there's any questions in regards to anything, the most important thing I took out of it is we are moving forward at the preliminary strategic plan for the museum. So if you have any questions, just reach out to lost her name. Sign of old age, what can I say? Reach out to Patty, she's here at this meeting.
So, I have a question. So, the museum assistant was hired on a 6-month contract. Is that approved by the person, approved by the board, or is it approved by the council as well? It is a town employee, correct?
Generally, contract positions are done through department heads, and with the, I think, the museum board approval on this one. Yeah, museum board approval, not a permanent position. In department heads, yeah. So it wasn't. It's a casual, or it's a contract position.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just thanks for clarifying that. Great. Any other questions for Councillor Shine? Seeing none, we'll move on. Atikokan Economic Development Corporation, meeting minutes from January 29th, 2026. The minutes are in front of everybody. If you had a chance to look at them, there's a lot of information there. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the economic development minutes? Okay. Great, we'll take those as, file those as accepted. And is that it? Moved by Councillor Shine, seconded by Councillor Stimpson. Resolved that this meeting do now adjourn. In favor? Carried. Thank you, everyone.